I'm probably at the risk of getting cancelled because I'm very much in favour of increased connection with people you disagree with.
We all wanna be good, good, good. Good neighbour.
Those of you who watched our first show will remember Maff Potts. Maff used to work with the homeless in service provision. They often ended up back in front of him because what wasn't provided to them was community and connection, which Maff believes that if we don't have, we're all doomed.
Better get some then. Maff is a superstar example of a good neighbour. He really is a legend with his Camerados. They create no agenda spaces all over the UK. So earlier this week, Alex went over to see what he was up to at the Watershed in a movement called Meeting the Moment, bringing people together through arts and culture, which is what we're all about. Take a look.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Who am I?
Good neighbour. We all wanna be good, good, good. Good neighbour.
I'm Maff Potts and I'm from the Camerados movement. And yeah, and what am I doing today? I'm sticking a public living room on the pavement outside the Watershed.
Yeah. And why'd you do that?
Why do I do that?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing who you meet.
Yeah.
It's about the least filtered way of meeting people. You just plonk down a sofa and a wingback armchair, and you have a newspaper and you read it, and people come along and go, "What's this?" And you go, "I don't know."
Yeah.
As if you've just found it, and then they talk to you like anybody else, and you meet people. It's the most unfiltered way to meet people and learn about them.
And I obviously know all of this because I've been out for public living rooms like quite a few times now.
You have.
We've done loads of on the Fête of Britain, we've met in Manchester.
Yeah.
And obviously it's the Association of Camerados, and there's a whole story behind it, which he writes about in his book Friends and Purpose. Must go and get a copy.
Yeah.
But it's what it is for me, and why this is important. It's the obvious, common sense, profoundly important alternative to services or politics. It's literally people coming together, sitting next to each other. You don't know who you're going to be sitting next to.
No.
You have a cup of tea with them and a biscuit, and you've got stuff in common. Five minutes later, you've got stuff in common.
That's right. I spent 20 years meeting people in a very artificial way by running some of the biggest services for homeless people and people experiencing domestic violence and addiction. And it's so incredibly artificial. You meet them with a form in an interview room. It's antiseptic, it's inhuman, and we sort of process people. When what really people need in times of crisis, or in any time actually, is connection.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to raise awareness about human connection and try and drip that into a little bit of everything in daily life, really.
Yeah. And you're going on stage later, aren't you? In pretty soon, actually. At this Watershed event, Meeting the Moment. What do you feel that you're going to be able to say to them about sort of this Meeting the Moment? Because actually, a lot of this stuff is about meeting the rise of sort of like division and polarisation, and particularly the politicians and stuff who are leading that from the far right and other places. So, but this is you're not going to go on there with an anti-reform message, are you? Like,
no.
What's special about this as an approach?
I'm probably at the risk of getting cancelled because I'm very much in favour of increased connection with people you disagree with. So actually, actively sitting down and engaging with I suppose, for a lot of people on the far left or far right, and getting a dialogue going, because increased polarisation and division isn't going to help us. So anybody, and I mean anybody, is welcome in a public living room, and that's what the message we're trying to get out is that we need more dialogue, not less, more engagement, not less. And it's difficult, it's hard. But yeah, if we do it without agenda and without judgment, I think we can do it. And the Watershed are a fantastic example of using art to engage. And you know, revolutions are spread on the tongues of poets and scrawled on walls of buildings. You know, then they don't come through institutions. And the Watershed are fantastic for using art for activism. And you know, art can win hearts and minds, and that's what forms a movement. That's what changes society, not organisations or politics, but you know, hearts, minds, art, creativity, and so that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, and the Camerados is a movement, isn't it? It doesn't need you every time to rock up with your furniture. It's in what, 250 cities in 6 countries, and
We've got about almost 300 neighbourhoods
Yeah.
now in 6 countries, all across the States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, one in Africa, in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
We just send you a box and you can do this yourself. I just do this with the furniture to raise awareness, but communities can do it. We send them the kit. It's all led by them.
yeah. What do you think it takes to be a good neighbour today?
Don't come with an agenda. Talk about biscuits for an hour. Change your life.
Yeah. If you had a magic wand in Britain today, like, how would you wave it? What would you do?
I think I would get behind people in communities who know people's names. The furthest you get away from knowing the names of the people your decisions affect, the less wise and informed your decisions are. So if we push the power towards people who know the names of people in communities, give them the resources they need, and then get out of their way, that's the answer.
Yeah. And how are you doing? Just generally, how
am
you
I doing?
Yeah. It's all.
I can have some more. I can have some more sleep. I can have some more sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to let you go because you've got a speech to do up there.
I've got to go now.
Yeah. So it's really, and we'll be around. We'll be around the rest of the day. Yeah. So,
Cheers, bud.
All right, mate.
Thanks, man.
No, I'm not coming. I just wanted to check. You,
I'm
in the
good to go.
schedule, you've got 5 minutes, and you said 10 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Are you
5.
expecting to do 10 minutes?
I'll do 5.
Great.
Okay.
Aww.
Like, this whole show, Good Neighbours, is all about shining in the spotlight on people like Maff, but also the institutions as well, who are bringing people together. So when I was in Bristol, I also spoke to Clare Reddington, who's the CEO of the venue, Watershed, which that public living room was outside. And I asked her what makes that venue a good neighbour. And here's what she had to say.
So people come as their whole selves, and they don't have to just be an artist or a member of the community. We get school teachers sat next to leaders of industry. The whole building is sort of centred around a cafe bar, which is the beating heart of the organisation. On any one day, you might see a group of people conversing in British Sign Language, some people playing mahjong, and some people thinking about the future of technology. And it's that mix that feels really important. I think cultural venues should be part of the civic and social infrastructure of a city, but so often that part of our role isn't either discussed or prioritised. So for us, we know that people sleep in our walkways, they're sheltered, they have cameras, they're relatively safe, and they come in and wash in the morning in our toilets, and they are absolutely welcome to do that. But equally, in the daytime, we need to make sure that the walkways are clear for access. So there's a kind of constant communication with those different communities about how we inhabit these spaces together. For the Pervasive Media Studio, for the last nearly 20 years, we've been gifting space to artists, technologists, engineers, academics, to all kind of come together and sit side by side and think about future-facing work and share their ideas with each other, because we believe that to do anything in this incredibly complex, polarised world, you need to work with people who aren't like you. Someone once said to me, Watershed knows how to lay the table, and it was such a great thing to say, because that sense of hospitality and that sense of sort of collective hospitality is so important. Solidarity, I think, like knowing that there's a group of organisations, big and small, around the country who all are worried about what's happening, and it might be climate, it might be issues around trans inclusion, but the issues are varied and obviously huge, but there are people who are thinking about how do we make change at this time. For me, art is political, it's inherently political, but somehow the kind of business of culture has become divorced from that.